into season 2, we continue on in that same battle.
Yep.
And we have it's the ending of that fight, and Ken is an utter badass.
Yeah, you see. You also see Amon as an utter badass.
Yeah, Amon takes down two I think they're called the Bin brothers.
Yes.
And he takes them down with his new weapon.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do they call them Kagunes as well?
It is a.
Do they say that though?
Kinks.
Something like that.
Yeah. Whatever, but we gotta, whatever. But we see Ken as a badass, we see Ayato, we see Amon as a badass, but then we see, towards the end, Ken is fighting Ayato, which is like a crazy moment, which is actually...
Ayato, which is Toka's brother.
Toka's brother, yes. But then at the end of it, Ken actually joins
Aogiri. And then a lot of the second season is about Ken joining Aogiri and helping them, and, and we also meet Mado's daughter, who is now... Amon is now taking the mantle that Mado had, and now he's actually training Akira Mado, which is Mado's daughter.
Yeah. And there's this weird little dynamic between the two where you kind of like... It's almost like his big brother. It's almost like he's her big brother.
Yeah, because you get the headstrongness that Mado had, and then you get the filter that is Amon, and obviously she's been getting all of that from her father her whole life,
but
and then to take
who has what he does. Amon has a good sense of morality.
Yes,
and that's that filter that helps it go.
And it's also the willingness to accept another person's point of view.
Yes,
and I think that's something that Mado couldn't do because he was so very headstrong.
His wife was killed off of it.
Right,
yeah, his wife was killed.
You know what? If someone killed,
hey man, you got all the
kill my dog. I will.
We're not even
I'm not
even.
even.
We're not even jumping.
That's
just a whole other thing.
Please, all right, but like I mean. But to get the dynamic between the two of them is very, very, very nice, and I like to see Ken's growth and Amon's growth because later on, maybe season 3, we get a really nice they crisscross. Yes. Maybe Amon's on the Ghoul side, and Ken's on the other side.
Amon is on the Ghoul side now. Hey,
it could happen.
Anything
could happen. This show's crazy. But yeah, we have a lot of an inner struggle that's going on within Ken. But something that I wish that they touched upon a little bit more, which they did. They had the inner struggle of him, Reese and Jason pulling at him every which way. But I would like to have seen them show a parallel between. Because Ken didn't really have parents. He didn't really have a father. It was his dad was dead before, or was gone, I think, before he could remember. And then his mom was basically the same thing, but she was working all the time and stuff.
And she was a pushover.
And she's a pushover.
She was a weak person.
Yeah. Right. And then so now you barely have any parental figures in your life, and then now you have a very strong Ghoul and a man and a very strong Ghoul woman inside of you.
They're kind of like pseudo parents too.
Right, and I think it would be nice because he's half Ghoul and he's half human, and I would have liked them just to have just maybe shown like a Naruto moment where where with
Minato and
right, and we already had the Reese moment. I would like to see a Jason moment.
Okay,
because I would like to see that
going on.
Season 3, exactly.
Season 3,
I think that would be great thing to play on in season 3.
Season 3, Amon also became a very centered
and his
type of person in the show.
And his weapon in the last fight, which we're going to get to, absolutely incredible. He just upgrades every few episodes, and you're like, wow, this is really cool. So yeah, we have a lot of character building. Oh, then the Aogiri breaks into a prison. I can't remember exactly why they broke into the prison.
It was to break out that guy.
Was it to break him out?
Orca.
Well, yeah, and he's the leader of the sixth.
No, it was just to break out all the people. I think it was to break out all the people they had captured. Because they had a lot.
They had a lot. But
Aogiri
broke into it, and So yeah, so
So at that point, though, we've actually seen the twin ghouls earlier.
Oh, right, and the twin girls are actually fighting Juzo, which apparently they know each other, and the girls were actually humans before, which I think is very important.
And the fact that they were turned into both one-eyed, half ghouls,
just like Kaneki, is one of those moments where you're just kind of like, what's going on? And there's a bigger level of.
There's just so much in this. There's so much.
And in that prison fight, we actually get. To see Ken's Kakuja, which is cool. 2 Kagune, which is Jason and Riza
Yep.
together, and then we get this they call it, I think, the centipede.
But his mask.
But his mask is
cool.
kind of like very like commedia dell'arte, which is like Pantalone, which is like this kind of like creepy
like big nose
dude, and it's kind of like I mean, yes, you also kind of does remind me of the Plague Doctor in a way, but the nose doesn't shoot out as much; it kind of goes down, and I don't know. It's just like one of those. It's just a very interesting. It's a tone, it's a very interesting tone that they're giving him as a character, and I would like to see maybe if he got control of the Kakuja, then maybe it's a different form. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Well, I think the owls have control.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so if the owls have control, then maybe he's going to be able to have control over his and be able to do something.
Something cool.
Very, very cool.
Something cool, yeah.
And then, so next, I mean, the last couple things we have are, the raid of Anteiku, because the CCG finds out about Anteiku, and they find out about, this little coffee shop that has, and also, you know what, it's really nice because Shirohama, which is like one of the big guys in the CCG, actually goes to the coffee shop and gets coffee from Yashimura, and they have this like level of respect.
He doesn't know that
they
knew that he was the owl.
They know.
At that point,
Like at that point they had this level of understanding.
But the thing was that the owl and Yashimura and Shirohama, they've had like this kind of this connection over a period of time.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
They had brought
without
it up.
knowing who each other
are.
Right.
There was a flashback with, I think it was right after Mato died, about Mato, Amira, who we see at the end of season 2, and I think it was Shirohama and some of the other people.
Yes.
And they were fighting the first owl that you ever see, which, they're like, oh, there's 2 owls. There's one that was then and there's one that was now. Yeah. And then we actually find out during the battle of the Anteiku raid that there is one owl, and they do end up killing the owl, which ends up being Yashimura. Mm-hmm. But after, they think, the CCG...
He's gone.
So the CCG thinks that they ended up killing off Yashimura, who is the owl. They think they killed off the first owl, but then they ended up...
There's a second
owl that comes in, which is actually
Eto, the girl that's wrapped up in the bandages, who is Yashimura's daughter.
Yes.
And Yashimura's story was actually told a lot earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, and you introduced to her, and he's telling Kenichi this, or Kenichi, was it Kenichi? Kenichi, boom, Ken. He's telling Ken this, and then you kind of jump in, and you're like, oh my god, things are starting to be pieced together on that end, and then you meet the owl at the end, and that's just terrifying.
And it's such a terrifying owl. Yeah. Such a terrifying owl.
Her voice.
It's just very creepy. So it's very demonic. It's very like, I am made to kill all of you.
Yeah.
Oh, something that we definitely missed that I thought it was so cool. A lot of the times in season 1 and 2, Enji Koma and Kaya Irimi are the bartenders.
The bartenders that work at...
Koma is the one that's always like, the devil ape. And then you're kind of like, God, why does this guy keep talking about the devil ape all the time? And then in season 2, when they're protecting Anteiku, you see the devil ape, and you're like...
And you see the black dogs, which is like... These two were like...
they were
opposing gang members at one point, and then... They were both the leaders, and then they were taken into Anteiku by Yashimura, which is just like such a unifying thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also, which is so nice in that battle as well, while, the CCG is fighting Anteiku and so many people. It's just such an awesome battle. Like, if you go check it out. Such a
like,
cool
if you made it this far without watching it,
it's so
I don't know
cool.
what you're doing.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
But we have, Ken coming in at the end and saving their asses. He saved both of them.
He did save both
How?
of them. He did save both
Because he's
of
Ken.
them.
But then we have and then at that fight, while this is all going on, we have the Amon and Ken fight, which is a really epic fight. But they both end up on their...
But they respect each other.
They respect each other. And they both end up... There was like a stalemate. They both fell. Amon's weapon was broken, which is the only thing that they actually said. Mm-hmm. They never said he's dead. They never referenced the fact that he's dead. Yeah. They did, however, say he's like, oh, I'm sorry I broke the weapon.
I let it break. Yeah.
I'm sorry I let it break. But like, he's not dead. Yeah. There's no way he's dead. But then Ken...
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, hopefully not.
And then after
he's too good of a character.
Too good of a character. No, you can't. You can't kill Amon off. No, you can't kill him off.
They got it.
They got this.
I'm
not even worried.
All right.
The way they've gone so far, it's. But yeah, so then closing up, the episode. I guess Ken, does he kind of sort of recover And he gets up.
No, Ken does recover.
Oh, yeah, he brings himself to Anteiku. Yeah. He brings himself to the coffee shop.
He actually meets Hide.
And then that's where he meets Hide. And
who's been working with
CCG for a while. And we have a shot of Hide. There's a couple things we want to talk about here. Yeah. But we have a shot of Hide getting hurt. Oh, no, not even. He's being the really creepy, long-haired mask.
Noro, yes.
He just with
a smile.
Yeah, he's like, you see Hide seeing him, and then all of a sudden his head just turns around like real quick, and you're just like, oh.
What the hell is happening?
But how Hide ended up leaving that without getting
so many things, which is why I say, like,
he just has a flesh wound on him.
Hide's been in the know for so long.
Then we have Hide and Ken in the coffee shop, and then Hide is actually hurt and he's dying.
He's bleeding out, and you see
and
this.
we actually
it's a very
see
like
him,
touching moment.
Yeah, between them, and you know what? Hide's being such a great guy.
I think he's such a great center for Kaneki.
Right, and then now that he's dead, it's just kind of like, what does Ken have left?
What does he have to do?
And we have a beautiful moment at the end of season 2, right after Hide dies, and it's the music of this. The theme song is coming. And
this
he's
show
carrying,
is perfectly scored,
and the animation
perfectly
of
animated.
The snow.
I've never seen snow animated so well, except for like in Mushishi. Which is that's a complete different anime.
Oh no, I've seen that. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking
completely
about.
Different anime, but it's animated like the snow in that. Yep. It's animated perfectly. And
yeah, this is absolutely gorgeous, and it's like, you know, you see him walking, and it's like a walk to his death, kind of, because he's like kind of giving into the fact that he's a ghoul. He's like, oh yeah, but I respect my friend enough to not be in this battle.
Yep.
And then at the end, we have him with Amira, who's like the head of the CCG, who's actually utter badass.
Badass, because when he fought
the owl, woof, that was when things got real with the owl.
This is hot.
Yeah, and that's when that's how that battle ended, was when he stepped in. And
he chased it off.
And he chased the owl
exactly. Off. And that's important.
And
that's important. That shows you his caliber.
But yeah, no, it does. No, it really does. But then it does show his caliber. And then you see Ken walking to fight him, and you're like, oh no.
Yeah, don't do that.
Oh, don't do that. And then that's how we end season 2. And it's a great cliffhanger. But then it
leaves so many questions.
What is gonna happen? I mean, I know there's a bunch of like fan things floating around. I know there's the manga, but it's like the manga's kind of like weird in the sense that like the manga was supposed to end with Hide and Ken dying together, and that clearly didn't happen.
Yeah, there's been like a whole little thing.
And people want to reboot it. The whole thing.
I don't want that to happen.
Personally, what I think would happen is that they were like, okay, yeah, we're doing this one thing. And then they're like, we have something better. And, you know, to an extent, I'm like, you know, if you have something better and you want to, you know, progress that story and go for it, then go for it. You know, like Full Metal Alchemist and then Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Like, you know, one didn't follow the manga and went on its own, and that was... And then we have the other one that did follow the manga, and then it was...
No, but we do have some... It does leave you with a lot of questions at the end. Is Hide dead?
Yeah.
What's going to happen next?
What's up with the whole,
Ken?
like... Right.
Yeah, and then...
The you know, how did the half-ghouls become half-ghouls? Yes. And we have our own theories.
Season 3 is going to be, hopefully, just as phenomenal as the past 2 seasons. And we're really excited for it.
And if you guys have any theories, and if you guys have any things that you guys know, or you guys just want to like spew,
we will respond.
We will respond, and just put them in the comments. And like, this is an amazing show. We cannot wait till season 3.
Yes.
Honestly, it's one of my favorite shows.
It's in my top.
It's like an instant classic, and it's definitely one of those anime that
it holds up. It has a.
It will hold up, and there's a reason there's hype for it.
Yes.
So if you guys haven't checked it out, and you guys just watched our whole thing, props to you. But seriously, go check it out.
Guys.
Absolutely incredible.
Yes. So be sure to like, subscribe.
Yeah.
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment, and
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys so much, and have a great
day.
Whatevs.
Whatever. Was that a finger gun? All right, cool.